Hello, this is going to be a collective reading for February 2025. Excuse me, I'm a little stuffy. I heard that bird flu thing is really bad. I told you guys they've been conjuring up plague and shit. I think it's gonna be something with the water though. This is frankincense. It's not bothering me, but I don't know if it's picking up the smoke. It's kind of, it smells great. My hands feel so ashy. Dry. Oops. It's a little bit too much. Oh, that's the worst feeling in the world. Like for your hands to be dry or your feet. Oh my God. What do I have for the collective? I think the moon is still in Scorpio. I'm not sure when I'm posting this, but this is the beginning of things starting to get watery. As we go into Pisces season, there's a lot of planets that are going to be stationed in Pisces, and they're all in their detriment. They call it not having any dignity. I don't know if that's today and tomorrow or yesterday and today. I think the moon only stays in a sign for like a couple of days, right? We also got Neptune, a big placement that's coming in that hasn't been in like 3,000 years, is Neptune in Aries. Yeah, I think so. And it's going to be there for like 40 years or something like that, or maybe longer. I'm not sure exactly. But it's about, Neptune is the higher octave of like Venus. It's like love, dreams, your higher dreams too. Ooh, and we're in Aquarius. This is going to be, it's in Aries, so it's about going for your dreams, things that people don't think are practical also because of Neptune. It's in a trine too, I believe, so it's very strong. It's just like, and oh my gosh, with Jupiter and Aldebaran and everything, it's just like we're coming up on a very fortunate time, but it's like you're gonna have to fight for it because there's been there's doppelgangers and shit, so, but everything's gonna be exposed. The star, that's the fuck I'm talking about. This is about healing. This is pointing out the age of Aquarius, in my opinion. This is such an important age for me. That's why I always talk about it. It's like that for all of us. Little do we know, we all came here at this time for this moment, for this transition, because of the spiritual enlightenment we're going to receive from going from the deepest water to the highest air. It's like such a huge difference. It's going to be amazing things. I'm excited. It's already things happening. You know, it's already people seeing things and they're trying to keep it quiet, Fox. I don't know if that's you or if that's somebody else that is this fox, someone that's cunning, smart. They can be a little shady, but most of the time it's not like the snake. It's not in a malicious way. It's just in kind of a crafty, kind of giving me the Joker, like the trickster. Someone that needs to be shrewd and cunning because they're in that kind of environment. Giving me positive Scorpio energy, positive Capricorn energy, people that know how to positive Sagittarius energy, people that know how to navigate that environment, that dark world, Pisces. The whip, ooh. Okay, yeah, I think that this is something shady going on. Or it's just somebody wants to control you. Maybe you are foxy and clever and you're the star. And maybe that's part of your star. Maybe it's like Bugs Bunny or something. You know what I'm saying? Like Bugs Bunny is always outsmarting Yosemite Sam. It's like, dude. And that's Bugs Bunny's role, is to be this trickster that is like outsmarting everybody. Fish. I didn't mean to keep pulling, but since I did, I'll keep it because it's good luck. Giving me good luck. The Querent. This is a masculine energy. So we're talking about a masculine here. I don't know if this masculine is the one with this whip or is the star. I'm usually talking to a masculine. I realized that. I was all reading for women at first. I'm sorry, guys. Of course I'm gonna have more men. Of course. That's who I'm supposed to speak to anyway. I'm supposed to help women and children, but it's through men. So, here we are, fellas. And ladies. I know it's one or two of you who can stomach me. The feeling is mutual. There's only one or two of you that I can stomach myself. I don't know if you can see it. I like that I just can't tell if it's getting too much for you. But I like it. It's kind of mystical. You got the Seven of Wands, so this star is defending themselves. I just got this hit again, you guys, so like in a couple of days it's going to get real grody looking. You know, once it dries out and I don't have anything on it, so it doesn't, I don't think you can't tell looking at it. But letting you know ahead of time, it's going to be all grody looking and scabbing. I'll try to cover it, but I'm not really supposed to. Someone is defending themselves from this magician. With this star, this magician has this snake, though. Excuse me. I just feel like I need something a little shinier. On my hands, I still feel dry. Maybe I need to drink some water. some more water. Excuse me. Three of Swords. So with the Seven of Wands, you're defending yourself against people. You're standing on higher ground. You're taking the high road, but people don't like this. I feel like you are this magician. You are the star and the magician. Again, like a trickster, like a fool spirit even. Maybe you are a fool / magician. With this heartbreak, this is in the past. Now you have the Chariot in the reverse. This is the current energy. Cancer energy. So in the past, your heart was broken. You went through some kind of heartbreak. You're needing to defend yourself. I have to find out about this magician. It's in the upright, but you never know. You got the Chariot in the reverse. That's the Cancer energy. This is what's now. I feel like maybe you don't need to move forward, or somebody isn't. They aren't victorious. They aren't able to move forward. But this again could be you not needing to move forward. You've been in heartbreak or something. Maybe you need a minute. Temperance in reverse. Yeah. And the Seven of Cups. Yeah. Confusion, options. Doesn't have to be confusion, but with the Temperance in reverse, I feel like it's confusion. Maybe you need to get yourself back in the upright before you start looking at these options. Don't start looking at options when you know that you're not in a good place, a good area, because you're not going to attract anything to you that's balanced if you're imbalanced, you know? And just know that, okay? So if you do take on an opportunity, then you know that you're imbalanced right now. Know that it's something just temporary, and you're not, looking to stick inside of something that you know you're trying to rise above eventually. And that's a very hard position. Temperance card is not easy, It's a hard, because we're people and we get comfortable. We're creatures of habit. So if you get yourself into something, you just got to know that you're not trying to stay there. Keep your emotions out of it. Know that it's just an option. It's an option for now. Maybe you're in the position in life where you're having to pick the lesser of two evils. I mean like, not that this is something wrong that you're doing, but it might not be exactly right for you right now. Or for you in your future vision, but right now is just what you need to get by. But you need to keep that in mind. Don't get stuck and comfortable. Sagittarius energy is about patience, and it's about just not too much. Our fire signs, I was saying that about Aries. Aries represents the sun, and they have the same thing with Leo, where they have to temper that ego. But Sagittarius has the same thing, obviously, because we are temperance. And that means that, yeah, we could be very tempered, but we could be very imbalanced and be on demon time too. But that's also part of temperance. Sometimes, every situation, especially when people come at you with shit, you're not able to handle the situation with temperance always straight off. Especially, like I said, with people coming at you. And Saggies have a very nervous energy and people think that we're impulsive about things, but it's not. It's because we've been watching and we've been kind of like waiting for our cue, so it does make you nervous energy a little bit, because you're like, okay, you're constantly like, okay, do I go? Okay, is it go time? Okay, wait, it's It's like, that's what temperance is. It's the patience. And sometimes in Sag, energy is very strong too. It's the minor arcana to the strength card. All those fire signs are strong. So having to temper this, all of this, it can be hard. The World and the Knight of Swords. So you got somebody rushing in with some kind of truth and they want to end a cycle. Or maybe this is you rushing in with some kind of truth. This could be just you spiritually. This could be the energies that are around you in your environment that are trying to bring you some kind of truth so you can pick the right, you know. And they want you to be like this swords, like I'm saying. You need to come in with the agenda. Knowing that this is the agenda and it's the means to an end with this World card here. But it's an end where you're shining. This is the naked lady and she's dancing, you know, in the middle. She is the world. The world revolves around her regardless of what people want to believe or not. This energy, this sexual feminine energy, the dancer, not just any dancer, I'm talking about seduction. It has a lot to do with weather. Weather and seduction are connected quantumly. It's the plasma. It's the sexual energy of the feminine, the divine child that... It's the divine child. It's not even the divine feminine or the divine masculine. You know, both of them are kind of, it's like the red and the blue. They're both wrong. The child, that's 10. That's the 10. 10, 10, 10. The child, mother, father, child. They have that in, oh man. The way I found out that is insane. Because it was a ritual that was being done on me. And the numbers, the way that they hung my jersey up, okay? The numbers just kept sticking in my head. I was like, that's got to be symbolic, the way they put these numbers up. And I ended up watching this movie. I'll post it, of course. Is it something about pie? I forgot the name of the movie exactly. But I always get it confused, so I don't want to say that it's... I don't want to say it because I always get it mixed up with that other movie about pie and the tiger in the water, which is a very good movie. Very about quantum. But it's this movie and it's black and white and it's about gematria and the Jewish system of letters and numbers, and the number that they used for me was 10. And with the sequence of numbers that they put it in, it meant the child, which is the divine child. And I never really, I'm still trying to figure out what that's about. Because that just lets me know what ritual they were trying to put me in, you know, more about the ritual. I know what ritual it was, but it's very... This ritual is very detailed, you know, there's so many pieces to it, but it's being revealed to me, like, so what's hidden is the moon. There's something hidden that they don't want you to know about. It's in the upright. This can have something to do with your mother and father. It's just crazy. This is family. It's all in the upright, though. You got the mother, the moon energy, but this is also what's hidden, deep, dark, ancestral, past life, feminine, water, that black bile, could be witchcraft in there. It doesn't even have to be negative, though. It could be... Maybe one of your ancestors brought in something into your bloodline that's very beneficial, but they were too weak and they became a witch. But maybe you are strong enough to not become a freaking witch with it. Maybe you're strong enough to take the energy, temperate. That's why you got to get yourself together here. You got to get in upright, because there's something hidden here for you, and it's a 10 of cups, and you got an emperor hidden. It's hidden because there's some kind of past shit, and I think that that's what this is. This temperance in reverse, and you having to cut through all this bullshit so that this cycle can end out. And that's why they don't want you to move forward. They're not letting you move forward. So if you're feeling stagnant, it's because you're being granted a chance to work on yourself before you meet this emperor and walk up and he's like, don't even look your way, you know, because your aura isn't on point. You got the Knight of Wands. This is what's in the challenge position. So again, with the Chariot, it's like this, I feel like you are trying to force yourself to move on, to move forward. Maybe you're trying to overuse your sexual energy to move forward when you need to be using your sword, this sword of truth. Because the sexual energy over here is not going to do anything but make it more confusing. It needs, you need the blade. Maybe this is the energy that people are trying to put you in, so it looks like you're in and out. Maybe you are in and out. Maybe there's no reason for you to be stable anywhere. People think that stability, oh, this person isn't stable. Maybe they're not supposed to be stable. Maybe they don't have a bunch of baggage and they don't have to be in one place all the time. Maybe that's what's going on. You got a Page of Cups in reverse here. Something isn't innocent. Again, that child I just brought up. Yeah, this is, I feel like this is keeping maybe that divine child from being... Well, somebody needs to change their... You don't judge a person because they're not sitting in position waiting. You live your life, and what comes to you naturally is that's the position that you're in. Somebody is trying to have someone judge you while you're on your journey, while you're growing. They're like judging every second of your fucking growth. And it's pathetic. That's this fucking witchy, I fucked my life up, so I want to contribute to messing up someone else's life. I hate, why is it that women that have had children at a young age, out of wedlock, keep pushing this agenda that this is normal? Look, I know that it's hard for you to face that this was not the right thing for you to do, and hasn't made you happy, because it has caused women having children too young and out of wedlock, and trying to keep a nigga babies, keep a ninja babies have really caused a big problem in our community. I don't think you understand. And the fact that you guys aren't telling these little girls, like, don't do it. Don't do it. Live your life. Do not stick on, hold on, grab on, be clingy with no man, because that nigga might not be as fine as he is 3 years from now. He might be balding and fat. You might not like him like that. He might not be the same person that he was. And you need to, as a woman, constantly work, especially a young lady, constantly work on yourself, because that's when your power, especially your sexual power, is at its highest peak, and it wants to explore. And you need to be, somebody isn't innocent though. You need to be innocent when you're exploring this. And don't let people put shit in your head about what you are. Live your life, but don't put yourself in a position where you're bogged down by anything, by a man, by a child. I had pets. Even having pets was hard. When you have 2 pit bulls, it's easier than if you have a baby, if you've been having 2 pit bulls. You know what I'm saying? So, but even they kept me away from so much bullshit, you guys. I couldn't go party. You know, I party that night because that's my job, but I go right home. I have dogs, and, you know, you don't just Five of Cups in the reverse. Somebody is not feeling guilty about something, and that's good. Somebody's trying to make you feel. This is going again to what I was saying about Neptune and Aries. Somebody's trying to make you feel like your ideas, they're trying to make you feel like you shouldn't be as hopeful with this Page of Cups in reverse and the Knight of Wands. You know, because when you don't have this innocence, this Page of Cups with this Knight of Wands, I was talking about that with lust. Lust is a demon. It's a demon. But it's an energy, very powerful, very strong, very passionate, driven, solid energy, though. But if you're being crafty, a very strong, solid energy that's a demon, and you're deciding to be crafty and shady, what do you think is going to happen? But when you approach this with innocence, I'm not trying to hurt nobody. I'm just trying to make my way and see what it is that I could do to contribute. You know what I'm saying? Not, let me see what I can do to get this, or yeah, I'm gonna get this dude sprung, or, you know, no, I'm coming into this and I'm just trying to share my beauty. I'm trying to share my energy, and, you know, that's how that comes to you. But when it shows the countenance on your face. It shows that you're crafty, your posture, you know, it's like, you know, when you're confident and you know what you bring into the table, you can stand up. The countenance on your face is different. It's not, yeah, 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 you know, it's not that energy with lust. You're asking for problems. You're asking for weakness. You're asking for disease. You're asking for death. That's why the Strength card is with the Virgin. She's innocent. He's the Strength card. He doesn't want to be overpowered. You know, it's like Samson and Delilah. You know, Delilah was trying to cut Samson's hair, and that's where his strength was. He doesn't want to be around a bitch like that. He needs to be able to, she got her hand in his mouth, in the lion's mouth. Virgo has the hand in the lion's mouth on the Strength card. He needs to be around somebody where he feels comfortable. He knows that she would never even think she's innocent to do anything to him shady. He knows that. So, and that's why this Page of Cups energy, when it comes to lust, and see, this is why people start craving children, because the innocence isn't in the relationships no more, because we think that lust, we're like, ew, lust, you know. So then when we go engage in lust, it's sneaky and you know, underhanded. Why do you have to do all that? Don't, you know, even if it's not with your partner or you're just getting with somebody, it doesn't have to be shady. You don't have to be screwing around somebody's husband. Don't do that. Like, I'll talk about that with Abraham and Sarah. And I feel like that's something that they got us doing too, vexing us. I'm going to talk about it now. You know, we talk about the girls on OnlyFans and stuff like that, shaking their ass for their little money or whatever. Single girls who are trying to make a little money to take care of them. Maybe they have kids, you know, put a roof over their head. We talk about these girls bad who are spiritually, it's totally legal for you to lust after this girl. She's putting herself out there for you to lust after her. You're paying her fee. It's an exchange that is spiritually perfectly legal, perfectly fine for you to do it. But then you got people like Beyonce or some of these stars that are married. You know what I'm saying? And you're looking at them and lusting after them, and then you respect them. They're vexing you. She's a married woman and you're lusting after her. Period. It's a 10 commandment. It makes way for witchcraft. That's why they so damn rich. Because he got his wife shaking her ass in front of all y'all with your tongue hanging out, lusting after his wife. And it's vexing you and it's giving them all of your blessings. And it's not just them, but it's just, you know, these people are not your friends. They're here to vex you. They're here to keep you down, to keep themselves up and to keep you down. That's what the boule is. I mean, Ace of Cups in reverse, right? This lust energy needs to be innocent, or else you can get sick. You can become demon possessed. You will, you know, strength. Lust is strength. He is not to be fucked with. He is not to be disrespected, period. It's one of the strongest energies that there are. It brings about creation. Like, dude, come on now. People gotta cut their penises off to freaking, and their coochie clits off to defeat lust a lot of times, and that still doesn't work. You got the Lovers here above this Page of Cups in reverse. See, I don't like it. Gemini. So yeah, like, the OnlyFans girls and stuff like that, perfectly legal. That's what you said. Especially if they don't have a pimp, because if they have a pimp, this is an agreement. It's a marriage, so it's vexing you. You need to make sure that you are, you know, that's the same thing that Abraham is doing with Sarah. He's damn near, he's pimping his wife out, you know, so that he can get everybody's blessings. And that's what they do, because that's who they look up to. Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, right? Solomon and David, who are all vampires. Even Jesus, Zeus. That's who I've been having to deal with, Zeus. You know, it's crazy how in Nosferatu she was just praying at night. You know, you got to be careful when you just praying to a God. And this with Christianity too. God, I'm calling on God. You're calling on Jesus. Jesus is Zeus. Jesus. Jesus is Jesus. It's Zeus. And Zeus isn't all bad, but they're not pushing out the energy of Zeus that's good. They're pushing out the energy that's a womanizer. And he wants her at his feet, you know, holding on to his leg, like looking up at him. Like, it reminds me of that Chris Brown thing where they had the girls dancing. And Chris Brown is sitting there in the chair. And the girls are all dancing around. He's just sitting in the chair. So Zeus. I mean, I can show you some pictures of Zeus, like in the comics, where he's sitting there and the women are just at his feet, you know, half naked, just like the dancing girls were. I just like, they just got the dancers giving all of their energy to the men, to the pimp, because that's who Zeus, Pazuzu, the Pope, Papa. That's, the church was about the healers, the women healers. And they took it, and then they made the medical industry and all that. They industrialized the church, which was the first. It was basically like a brothel, but not what we think is a brothel, but sometimes it was. Because it's not good for men to be alone. So if a man doesn't have a wife, you know, where does he go when he feels... Because it's not good for men to be alone, and men are going to get their rocks off, okay? And they'll start screwing each other. You know, it's not good for men to be alone. That's why jail. Everyone knows it's harder for jail for men than it is for women. It's like women go to jail, they don't even want to come out. I mean, men don't either, actually. They get used to it. But that's taken generations, epigenetics. They've messed up your epigenetics with putting you in prison and stuff like that. Together, do y'all start? It's not good for men to be alone. You need a helpmeet. You gotta have a helpmeet. Women don't need to help me. It doesn't say it's not good for women to be alone. Let me get you a help me. It's not what it says, but they're putting that in our head. So we're going to enforce that. But that's not the truth. You got the Lovers here. Sorry. This might be long. Yeah, there's no innocence here, man. Something isn't innocent. You got the lust, you got the, that's what builds karmic relationships. There's no innocence. There's no creativity here. There's no wanting to grow anything. These are just empty relationships. I don't like it with the Magician and the Wands. The Lovers is, I feel maybe this is you coming into yourself. Yeah, with the Magician and you having to defend yourself. I feel like this Temperance, this Lovers and this Temperance, they're opposite energies, Temperance, and I don't know if you can see that, but Temperance in reverse here, and the Lovers in the upright, it's like coming into yourself, maybe. Maybe that's what this is. Maybe you realizing that there isn't any innocence out there is going to make you focus on yourself more. I was just saying that about women. Women need to stop telling these little girls and making it like it's okay to just be having a bunch of babies. That's why people are having abortions and stuff. I mean, it's crazy that all of this started happening right when I got my first cleaning, and that's what I had to clean, you guys. I had to clean the abortions. That's why I was open for a spiritual attack. I hadn't done nothing wrong. It was my past shit. Abortions from when I wasn't even grown yet, But that's what they do. They pull that shit out of your, out of your energy. Things that you've done wrong. It puts you under judgment. They critique you. So it was abortions. I had to heal I had to clean. I mean, it took a long time. It's murder. It's considered murder. Murdering your children. But the thing about it is that we don't know. There's so many things that we don't know. And my mother is the one that pushed me to be like that, to have abortions and stuff like that. She didn't want no kids in her house, but I'm glad that she did. I'm glad that she didn't instill in me that it's okay to just be having a bunch of babies, a bunch of bastards. That's what we're doing. I know you guys don't want to hear that, but this is the truth, and we got to start facing the truths of these, and why does it say that, and not just get offended by it, but ask ourselves, why is it telling us this? Because these books are wisdom books. They're telling us how to get through this without getting caught up. And if everything that they say we're offended because we've made the mistake, instead of using the mistake to uplift others and keep others from making the mistake, we sit up and tell people, act like it's okay. And you're gonna be judged for that. Because you are the older women that are supposed to be guiding these younger girls. And this shit makes you hate your daughters. It makes you hate the generation after you because you're jealous, because you didn't make the choices that you should have made so that you could be free. And that's what people really crave. We crave experience, but freely. Except for when we get something that we really like, we want to hold on to it. It's this love thing. I keep trying to tell you, this love thing, it's something wrong with it. I trust in lust more than I trust in love. Because the way that we've been told to love is like mine, it's like, that's not, no. Love is supposed to be something that's free. Okay, here we have the Six of Swords and the Two of Cups in the reverse. See, yeah, it's like telling you not to work with anybody and not to worry about love. Dude, you guys, I had to clean my abortions. And I'm not even gay. I had to clean my lesbian affairs, you know? And that's just the truth. That's what I had to do. So when I'm trying to explain to you guys certain things, it's because as I was going on my spirit, and then they shut me up. They took my page so I couldn't say anything about it to nobody. And I was saying stuff about it as I was going through it. That was my intention, to go on my spiritual journey transparently with everyone. You know, but they attacked me so bad. I have to show you my face. My face, but that's how I found out who I was connected to. I'll show you guys. It's really, I've been saying I'm going to show it, but it's so personal. I'm still trying to decide if, not like, do you deserve it, but your personal experiences, once you start to really love yourself and understand your worth and your value and the value of the lessons that you've learned in life, you're, you know, not trying to share that with, I tell you guys a lot, but there's more, you know, but I don't feel like you value it enough for me to go in like that. Not right now. You will. I know that. Because that's also coming up in this Neptune Aries thing. But yeah, they don't want you to focus on love. They want you to focus on yourself, growth, be alone. Especially as young ladies. You don't need to tie yourself down to no man. You are so powerful. Let yourself blossom. Don't get your body done and all that shit. You don't know how your body is going to be. You know, women, our bodies change so much. I never had tits before. I'm so glad I never got tits. Because I got to experience having tits, and it is so... Woo! It's another level of seduction right there. Another level of seduction right there. And tits. Them tits make you feel a way. I don't know. Woo! Tits, having tits, and how they're so sensitive and they get engorged when you're like, look, tits to me are something else. That's some sexy shit right there. I don't care what anybody says. Ass, I mean, I get it. But I feel like ass is just the shell. It's the protective marshmallow for the pussy, okay? The pussy is the motherfucker around that situation, okay? It's the pussy, it's not the ass. I think that people have put too much emphasis on the ass too, and they're not putting enough emphasis on that pussy power. You know, everybody when they twerk too, they're twerking with your ass, but excuse me, there's something stronger down there. You should probably be twerking with that. I promise you. The ass will do what the ass does. If you twerk with the monkey, yeah, the ass is gonna go along with the show. It just is. But the power, the strength, the energy, it's in that cooch. That cooch. The Wheel of Fortune in reverse. The bottom of the deck. Yeah, I'm telling you. I feel like I'm supposed to tell you about these damn babies. Don't be having these babies. And I'm not telling you to run out and get an abortion. They got the freaking morning after pill. Do you know my life would have been, I would have never had an abortion if I had a morning after pill. But that just goes to show how mentally and emotionally immature we are when it comes to sex. That they have a morning after fucking pill that it don't even cost that much. You could take, and people are still having to go get abortions. Like, I'm not everybody, don't get me wrong. I know there's special circumstances, but for the average motherfucker that's just fucking, your ass can take them. I think, can't you take it for up to 2 days too? It's like you get 2 days after. Oh my God. I freaking wish I'd have never had an abortion. I'd have never had to. Maybe I would have had one. And that's because I did try to keep one from my ex-husband. Kind of my ex-husband. So, you gotta know your situation. You gotta be a fox, goddammit. You know your situation ain't right. You know your situation is a little shady. Then, I mean, look. But with this temperance, I feel like that needs to change a little bit. That shady kind of like you, it's giving me you're dealing with people like these Knights of Wands because you know that you're temperance in reverse. You know, it's like you don't want to get with an emperor because you know that he's not going to be attracted to you. So you don't even get with those kind of guys. You stick with these kind because it's like you're staying in your lane. That's what I'm telling you about that sneaky energy. When you're an upright person, your countenance is different. But when you're doing stuff that's beneath you, you're like, you know what I'm saying? Your countenance is different from when you're confident and when you're like, you know, it's gonna bring a different. I don't know if you could see it through my freaking what I just did now. Hi, I'm Malaya. Hey, I'm Malaya. You know. I don't know. It's like one is going to bring. You're not gonna be able to bring in the other kind, the higher vibrational energies. Look, they have a baby. They're under the tree. Her and this emperor, but you're not even trying to get there because, and it's putting you in situations where you're in heartbreak. It's like, wasn't the Five of Cups? No, it came out at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, it's like you are subconscious. I think that this is subconscious epigenetics as part of what I do. So I'm going to keep bringing it up. The mitochondria, this is about the past. And the demons in your bloodline that you have to face so that you can be free and they can also be free. You don't want to make it worse for both of you. You're working together. That's what the plasma being is. It's the jinn. It's not us. What do you think a plasma is? Plasma comes from the sun. It's the jinn. It's you are a jinn. You are a culmination of different jinns and energies in a body. That's why they're always talking about kill the body, because the body is the thing on a physical plane. The body is God. We were made in God's image. That's what we have of God, you know, the body. So we need to be, excuse me, are you okay? Is there anything you need? Okay, I was just checking. Like, I'm saying, like, constantly, because this is God. And y'all doing all that shit to your body, like, don't do it. Let yourself come into yourself, especially as young ladies. I know that you see women that are beautiful all the time, but they're boring as rocks. But then you see some that are a little quirky, but they're just like so interesting. And they might not be, again, strikingly beautiful, but the more you're around them, the more you're just like, man, I really enjoy my time with this person. Giving me Scorpio love reading. Yeah, here somebody is trying to sacrifice or look at a job, look at someone's work in another light. Five of Swords in the reverse. Yes, someone is not going to be able to sabotage you long. I do think that somebody is trying to make you look a certain way, and they want you to fix it because somebody's trying to make you look bad, and you're not being, you know, in in the upright, and this temperance is not helping. And with all these options you have, that's not helping. Definitely giving me this Pisces season, I think that it's a time for retrospection. I think it's been a time for us to go inward and look at ourselves and what we've been doing, how we can grow, because we are going through the judgment. And the way that you judged others is how you're going to be judged. So again, this witchcraft and stuff, and you keeping people from living because you're jealous and judging, the internet got us, man, you don't understand how they've vexed us. And it just is what it is. We got to go through it, and we can get through it. We just got to stop the bullshit, like literally, not of swords. You can still play and have fun, you know, it's not about that. That's what you want to do. But yeah, this Page of Cups in the reverse, this got to go in the upright. It can't be in the reverse. It needs to be innocent. Things need to be pure, you know, at some point for it to grow. It can grow through lust, though, but once you get through the lust, it's like, what else is it there? Something else needs to be there as well. That innocence. It needs to be a time where it's in balance. It's like all sexual, all, you know, it needs to be a time where it's innocent at some point. Because that's when you feel nurtured. Somebody's not going to be able to sabotage you. Somebody's going to start to see you differently. Maybe through your work. So just continue to work. Continue to do what you do. This is also mastery. The Hangman is saying something. I was saying that too about Neptune and Aries. There's so much that I have to say with this reading, you guys. I'm sorry. With Neptune and Aries. This is coming up with things. I'm telling you, these are your dreams that people are laughing at and saying, oh, that doesn't make any sense. This is a time we're in Aquarius season. People are going to be inventing things. You know, that's what this is giving me. You see something from another point of view and you're going to build it. Very Neptune and Aries. Don't let anybody, you know, oh my God, I just felt so emotional out of nowhere. Don't let anybody take your dreams. That's what Pisces is. Don't let them take your dreams. I do not know where this came from at all, I'm telling you. Oh my goodness. Yeah, you have something that you know, that you're a master at. I don't know what the fuck. I'm telling you. I don't know what this is. Pisces energy. That freaking Pisces energy begins to. I have a Pisces midheaven too, so I'm supposed to be feeling this shit heavy, and you're supposed to see me feeling it heavy, obviously, right? Goodness, somebody got something. Somebody feels something in their heart so strong, and you need to do this. You could be a Gemini, a Virgo, Pisces, of course, Sag, Cancer. A lot of Cancer with the Chariot and the Moon. A lot of Gemini with the Magician and the Lovers. That's feeling, and Cancer, Gemini right next to each other. Cancer is very intuitive, and Gemini is the master, especially when they come into themselves harmoniously like that. We all, that's working with the jinn. The good jinn, the jinn that aren't trying to control you, but are trying to work with you. It's like Avatar, even a little bit. How they were trying to work with the Avatar, but then there was some that were trying to like the one, that had the big machine, because the machine does what you want it to do. The Avatar has its own vibe, and you got to vibe with it. That's the jinn and the body. And they want to take away the intelligence of the body because it's God. It's what we have, that we were made in God's image. That's our gift down here. Ask these funky ass witches that are trying to possess you from your past, and these vampires, they want your body. And they want to use it like a freaking incubator to bring in their own energies. And a lot of the times, and I don't want to say, if your parent died when you were born, things happen. Women are closest to death when they have children, but a lot of times these mothers don't make it. And since they had this foreign thing growing in them, now they have their blood, so they're a demon now. They're demonic. They can't be reborn into this world because they brought forth the abomination, which was something that was mixed with something else. And it follows beauty around. So if you're a beautiful woman, even if you're a beautiful man, got to be careful. Make sure you're innocent when you engage in lust, and stop telling people that your mistakes are okay. Stop telling these young girls, making it like it's normal, like it's okay. We should be way past that, especially with the damn morning after pill. Stop telling these girls to have these babies by these men and encouraging that, because it doesn't make you happy. And you shouldn't be encouraging it before one of them have a baby with your husband. You know what I'm saying? And look, and that's what's the problem, is that we all are in these bad relationships, in these karmic relationships. Lust is not easy. It's not easy to defeat. When you get in that energy, and that's why people hate it. And you didn't hate it when you was getting your fuck on. I bet it was good. You know what I'm saying? You didn't hate it then. But because you made the wrong choice in the energy with what you did with the energy, now you want to make it like the energy is wrong. But you were wrong. You're the God. You're the magician. The energy doesn't control you. You control it until you don't. If you're not trying to control it, you're just letting it, and you got these bad intentions. Man, there's been times that, trust me, there's men that have lied to me and told me that they weren't married, or didn't tell me anything and I didn't think to ask, And they get you in these relationships. And a lot of times these people want you in them because, again, they want to vex you. That's giving me that cock-holding shit. I hate that. And it's always a white couple with a big stallion black man, with a big old pecker. And the dude is watching you screw his wife, but it's vexing you. It is totally, totally vexing you. Look, it's witchcraft. These people are trying to get into your energy. And now you're connected to them sexually. It's sexual with magic. Especially for black men, because why, you're the freaking sex god, you know? You're you're the partner that everybody wants to screw. So, yeah, and you need to know that you're better than that too. You're not just some good pecker because you're melanated and your rhythm is different. You're connected to rhythm in a way that sex, I keep telling you, seduction and the storm is very connected, and it's about rhythm, dance. It's a certain of the heart. And that's why they want you to get in formation and shit. They want you to be war dancing. They don't want you to seductively dance because it brings out the gods. It brings out the gods, you guys. But anyway, somebody is going to do some great things here. I'm talking to somebody that is going to bring forth mastery, something that has never been seen before, never been thought of. And you're going to do it. And I am so, oh my God. Every time I start talking about every time I start talking about this right here, it's like in here. And then I just like popped when I did that. I need to go run. I just woke up. It's in here. I think that's Taurus too. Isn't that Taurus? Yeah, the neck and that little shoulders. That's abundance. This is going to be very abundant. Do not, oh my God, do not let anybody take your dream away from you or tell you that what, this is important, obviously. Don't let them tell you that what you want to build is stupid, or don't let them mess with your confidence on it. Because this is the time and the universe, oh my God. I think it's for like the next 5 years or something like that. I don't know. It's really supporting bringing in something new. And you fighting for it. This is important. That's what I got, you guys. Peace.